So not only does America and Haiti have this long-standing beef with each other, this tumultuous relationship where America wants to impose their will and tell the Haitian people to do is exactly as they think. Same thing with the French and the Spanish. That's a conquer mentality. It's an imperialist mentality. It's a paternalistic mentality. We know what's best. You need to do this because this is how we do things. But that's not how it works. People, that'd be like somebody coming in this house and saying you need to do it like this. And even if they're right, it'd be hard to kind of take someone ordering you to do that. Suggestions, maybe, advice, okay, but do this because I have a gun to your head and you better do it because I'm the boss around here. You know that's we wouldn't accept it here. We wouldn't accept it. There's three coups d'etats in the last 30 years. So three coups d'etats. What's the last three presidents? That would be like somebody coming taking Bill Clinton away, and someone taking George W. Bush away, and then somebody taking Barack Obama away, exiling them into South Africa, and then getting your own people elected there. American people wouldn't accept that. They would not accept that. It'd be like the Chinese coming in and occupying America for 20 years. Well, we know, it's not our country and all, but we know what's best for you. You have political instability. You're not running things right, so we're going to invade your country. It's a hypocritical policy. Americans don't even stand up to their own standards many of the times whenever it comes to foreign countries. We fight for freedom and democracy in Iraq when there's a limited amount of freedom and democracy here. So Barack Obama ironically chooses George W. Bush, Baby Bush, and Bill Clinton to lead a Haitian recovery organization to get some funds so you can help with that hurricane and earthquake disaster relief areas. When I was watching George W. Bush visit Haiti, you could tell that he was scared. He was looking over his shoulder. Somebody was gonna snipe him at any moment. Maybe he's just afraid of black people. I don't know. He was looking all over the place, and he just wanted to get out there as fast as possible. He even shook one man's hand, and then he wipes his hand on Bill Clinton's shirt. Maybe it was a sweaty palm or something, or maybe he just didn't like touching black folks. So Kanye West was right. George W. Bush, Baby Bush don't like black people. It's apparent with his response. Baby Doc and Papa Doc probably don't like white. I don't know. Baby Doc's been living in France, I think, for a long time, so maybe he likes white. But and nobody's white or black anyways. All that's stupid. We're saying something, but it's not that important. We're all people. We're all humans. Okay, so after New Orleans with Hurricane Katrina, with George Bush's, Baby Bush's dealings with Haiti. He's a fucking Hitler. George W. Bush, Baby Bush is Haiti's 21st century Napoleon. Bush was able to, was able to do something that Napoleon couldn't do, and that was wipe out the government, install a different government. Napoleon couldn't do that. So, in some respects, this new world order, this empire that's being established, Baby Bush is setting it up. It was just Iraq, but it was so much more than just Iraq. It was America's an empire, and we don't have to listen to the United Nations or Russia or anybody. We don't have to appeal to anybody else's standards except for our own. And I think absolute power corrupts absolutely. Where's the checks and balances? I think we should submit to the United Nations for all the military power. And we cannot invade another country unless the United Nations says that it's okay. Um, that's all the countries, voting together. So if there is an atrocity, one person invades another country, the United Nations says that needs to stop, and then you send a coalition to stop that. The United Nations makes a ton of sense to me. So the teabaggers who freak out about the United Nations, they have no power anyways. So many times they condemn shit and they have no power to do anything about it. So really it's just kind of, the United Nations is the world's moral leader, not so much the empire. They aren't even close to being the empire. So Baby Bush is Haiti's 21st century Napoleon. Bill Clinton forced Aristide to accept the neo-colonial, neoliberal, free market Washington consensus economic model to institute a shock doctrine. So they take their leader and they say, you better believe the way we believe, and they say, okay, and then we give them back. Haiti's the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and Bill Clinton wanted to prosper as much as he could by maintaining their cheap labor. He wanted to be free markets, so that way there's lots of free, cheap labor, and there's access to resources. They don't want them to stop from getting those resources. Haiti's been oversaturated with the Tonton Macoutes on the CIA payroll from the very beginning, since the CIA and Papa Doc had an alliance. We've been given, the Haitian government USA for a long time, and including the Duvier's regime. So the CIA, the American government, has been paying for the boogeyman, for the Tonton Macoutes to go around to kidnap people, to kill 30,000 Haitians, to sell off their organs to everybody, to have voodoo instituted as their national religion. This is with American influence, and this is what the fuck America does. Because we were against communism, we're fighting this Cold War against Russia, we're gonna fuck over Haiti's entire livelihood and lifestyle. Because it matched closer to how we ruled things, since they were capitalistic versus communistic, which is insane. Just because of an idea, we gotta kill people just because of an idea. Just an idea is that threatening, and why is an idea so threatening? Because it's popular, because it's what people want. So Tom McCoot's been on the CIA payroll, and they overthrew Baby Doc in '86, but then in the CIA was back again in '91. That's the Tom McCoots in 1991, where 5,000 Haitians were killed because of Daddy Bush's policies. The Tom McCoot's been on the CIA payroll. It's oversaturated from the entire '50s, '60s, '70s, all the way up till today. There's in '91, there's Tonton Macoutes that overthrew Aristide. 2004, there is Tonton Macoutes who overthrew Aristide, who was the first democratically elected president of Haiti. So the Tonton Macoutes and America are siding together in order to stop Haiti's George Washington. And the Marines looked on approvingly, allowed the CIA, they overthrew Aristide, allowed the rebels, the Tantamakut rebels, and then supported them with guns and monetary support as the rebels were fighting Aristide. Even though he had won another Haitian presidential election because of his resilience. In the last century, America has been responsible for 4 coups d'etats, well, 3 coups d'etats and an occupation, but I guess occupying somebody is taking over their government. And we did install our own president too, so America believes in meddling in the affairs of other sovereign nations who poses no direct military threat to them. They do not mind having to kidnap the president in order to force compliance and submission. America is in Haiti right now, everywhere. There's the United Nations police. I think there's like Brazilian troops that are there. We got the CIA that's in Haiti, which is housed through the American Embassy, the U.S. Embassy, and we also have the Marines. So the Marines are back again, just like Woodrow Wilson had them there in 1915, and now they're there again. America's in Haiti right now, everywhere, and someone actually told me, that white people broke their country, and it's all because of the white people's fault. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I guess I do know if that's true or not. I think America has been antagonistic towards Haiti. And I don't know. I don't know why Toussaint Louverture or Aristide would just peacefully walk off. How come they couldn't get their, a Viper squad to fight for them and defend them and have their little, a buffer zone? Someone said Aristide did it to himself because he dismantled the military, so he was, at the discretion of an armed militia. But it's not in Haiti's best interest. What Haiti needs to do is figure out their own shit. They need to get their shit together, and they need to stop, instead of having they need money. 50% of their economy comes from the rest of the world. Western Union, I heard Western Union supports 50% of their economy, and that's unfortunate that they have to survive that way, but they need to organize, and they need to politically organize and put pressure on their government, or become the government officials themselves, and to get themselves running water and the infrastructure that they need. Meddling in their affairs is not a good idea. They should, self-determination. That was one of the principles of the League of Nations. Woodrow Wilson says they have a right to self-determine. So the Haitian people overwhelmingly do not want foreigners there. They should be able to choose who they want in their country and who's not in their country. The Haiti's mountains are perfect terrain to fight off the occupiers. An empire cannot control a mountainous region. Look at Afghanistan. Look at eastern Kentucky. There's just some regions in the world. The people have no other choice but to be free. They must survive, and they must survive by any means necessary. The United Nations are responsible for bringing cholera into Haiti, so, which is a disease which is foreign to Haiti. It is not such a poor third world country they have cholera. It's because the United Nations was in Africa, an African country, and they brought the cholera disease to Haiti. The United Nations did that shit. And what do you do with an organism who brings a disease into your country? And most Haitians overwhelmingly want the United Nations gone. When there was the pig virus in 1982, the American government pushed the Haitian government to kill all the pigs, and that's how they was going to get rid of the virus. So how are they going to get rid of the white virus or the European colonizer virus that keeps on invading their country now? And the way that you get rid of the virus, just do like they did in 1982. Just, wipe them all out, kick them all out, get them out, get them out. We need to establish our own country. We need to establish ourselves here. Y'all need to all leave. Sweet Mickey Martelli is not Aristide's friend. Aristide was a left populist leader who believed in liberation, theology and helping the poor and getting reparations back from France. And when he got into power, Sweet Mickey Martelli takes off. Now Martelli is back there, and now you got all these different interests, that are there. And I'm not for sure if inviting them there is a good thing. America says we're going to pledge some money, and then we hold the money back when they need it the most. So we're just going to watch all these people die and starve, and that's our policy. That's a shitty fucking policy, especially for our next door neighbor. It's a tiny island nation right off the coast of Florida, and it's where Christopher Columbus landed. So there's a sort of a European significance for why we would want to take care of, the Haitian people in the Dominican Republic, Hispaniola, right? So what they need to do is just like they did with the pigs and just wipe all the pigs out, just wipe out all the United Nations and all the European or American occupiers. They don't need any occupiers anymore. No more white occupiers. It's a black republic, and racism is stupid and all that, but Haiti should be for Haitians. And if you're a white person, a white Haitian, then stay in Haiti. That's okay. But if you're a foreigner, or a foreign government, you should not meddle in their affairs. So that's what they did with the pig population when there's a virus, and there's a virus right now in Haiti, and they should just wipe them all out. Get rid of the virus and wipe everybody out. Exile them, or I don't want to say get the Tonton Macoute. Maybe have a concentration camp or something. Or just have an island where you send them, all the people to Guantanamo Bay. You just have your own Guantanamo Bay, so you have like a legal no man's land, and just indefinitely hold them for forever. When it comes to immigration, and my ancestors came here in 1869 August, and they crossed the Atlantic Ocean. They came to America, and they didn't have permission. They didn't have a visa to pursue the American dream. That's what they wanted to do, and that's what white people have been doing since 1492, coming over as they liked, whenever they wanted to. When my German ancestors got to America, they had violent confrontations with the white people, the so-called nativists, who said that they were the true white Americans, and that the German-speaking immigrants were stealing their jobs, and they should be they spoke a different language. It wasn't integrating. They should be blocked from entering the United States, in spite of the white American nativists hypocritically having direct linkage to the European homeland themselves. They are immigrants too. How's one, they're going to say, we're nativist, we're American nativist. The Native Americans are the nativist, and there's no Native Americans to speak of. So we have not figured out a way to actually right that wrong. That issue has not been nullified, just like slavery hasn't been nullified, and the issue of reparations was brought up with Aristide. So Louisville whites, it's how racist Americans are. They're even against other white people, white Germans. White people don't speak their language. If they're somewhat different, they don't have a drawl. There's 100 Germans died in anti-German riots in 1855. Cincinnati whites also killed Germans in 1855. So there's more race riots in 2001 in Over the Rhine, which is where the Germans had established. When the Statue of Liberty says, "Keep ancient lands, your storied pomp. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless tempest toast to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Send me your muck, send me your crap. We'll accept it." That's what the Statue of Liberty says, and we haven't been honoring that. And they also wouldn't take my wife, so fuck the United States Embassy.